Man, weed's finally legal. You guys happy about that? You know, I don't even smoke weed that much anymore because stupid stuff would always happen to me, right? Like I was super high at a McDonald's one time in Las Vegas, and I was just standing there waiting for my food. And after like 30 minutes, I got mad. I walked up to the cashier. I was like, "What is taking so long?" And she was like, "You never ordered anything." I was like, "Yes, I did." She's like, "No, you didn't. You just walked up, stared at the menu, and moved to the left." Please have the Big Mac meal then. She's like, "This is Taco Bell, sir, okay?" This is the third time we've had this conversation. For the last time, please stop standing in the drive-thru. I used to watch my little brother when he was just a baby. And I remember one time I could not get him to stop crying. Like I had tried everything, like toys, pacifiers, like nothing worked. And we were watching TV, he was laying on my chest and I had my shirt off. And he just started sucking on my nipple. Now look, I didn't stop him for 2 reasons, okay? Like number 1, he stopped crying. And number 2, I'm not gonna let his shit feel good, okay? So don't go judging me, Spider-Man. I don't need that. I don't need that. Dude, I don't feel bad for people that make bad decisions, right? I was eating at a Denny's with my uncle the other day, and out of nowhere he looks up and he's like, "This salmon is dry." Like, who the hell orders salmon at Denny's? Did you guys even notice there's salmon at Denny's? No, I bet you the cook didn't even know the ticket popped up. He's like, "What the fuck? We have salmon?" The cook's like, "Just make him moves over my hammy. He won't know the difference." But I realized, man, as I'm starting to get older, man, I'm starting to get a lot more annoyed with people, right? I wish today was like the Wild Wild West, like the movies. Because like back in the day, you could be in a saloon like this. And if somebody like annoyed you or like pissed you off, like you could just shoot them. Everybody would look over, go back to playing cards. That guy with the mustache would hop back on the piano like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It was like a 24/7 year-round purge. Like if today was like that, I'd be shooting people on the daily, like over the smallest stuff. Like anybody who samples anything at Panda Express. Like, "Can I try the orange chicken?" Like, bang! You know what that tastes like. Don't even look at the honey nut walnut shrimp. That's $1.25 extra. We all know you're not about that life. Anybody who wears socks with sandals, bang! It's socks or sandals, not both. There's a lot of white people in here, but I'm putting a stop to it today, all right? I don't like it. Audience members staring at me blankly for the duration of this joke. Bang! You can get it too, right? Dude, I do hate, one thing I hate is about being so little is I used to live across the street from my high school crush, right? And one day I was riding my bike to school, and she was walking, and she was like, "Hey, Robert, can you give me a pump? Like a ride on the handlebars?" I was like, "Hell yeah, girl, I'll give you a pump." And she got on the handlebars, and I started going, but my forearms weren't strong enough to hold her up. So she just like fell off the bike. Dude, we tried 3 times, like I could not hold her up. So she ended up pumping me, like, you know how embarrassing that was? I was getting scared. Slow down, Jenny, there's bumps coming up. Get your hands off the brakes, you pussy. Jenny, please, I don't have a helmet on. That's the day we became best friends. Like, yeah, never. I was watching Discovery Channel, right? And they were doing this whole segment on like deer hunting, how they blow into that horn, and mimics the mating call. The deer come and they shoot it. And I started thinking, like, what is that mating call saying to the deer, right? Do they just blow into that horn and it just translates to, I want to lick those antlers, Daddy? Some deer drinking out of a leg is, come put that horn in my mouth. Mount me, Poppy. Yeah, it's a Puerto Rican deer. And I started thinking, like, what if deers hunted humans, right? Like, what would their mating call be to us? Bunch of deer hiding in a bush outside of a bar at 1:30 a.m. They blow into that horn and it just translates to, I'm so drunk. Does anybody want to get their dick sucked? Dick sucked, dick sucked. Just 1,000 guys go sprinting towards the bush. Looks like that stampede that killed Mufasa in the Lion King. Back in high school, me and my girlfriend at the time got caught having sex by our parents. And we tried to lie about it and say it was our first time, but it didn't make sense because it was whipped cream everywhere. It wasn't even whipped cream, it was Cool Whip, which is worse because you need a spoon to serve it. And I was putting Cool Whip on her ass like I was putting guacamole on a burrito at Chipotle. Just... I'll leave you guys with this, man. I bartend. Here's what I hate, is girls will always ask me to take pictures of them, and I hate doing it because you girls always ask me to take multiple pictures, like it's never good enough. Right? You always look at your phones and be like, can you take a better one? Can you take a better one? And I'm always like, no! Like, that's how you look! Like, right now, that is how you look. Like, you need to know your roots and your friend has a lazy eye. It's unfortunate. Thank you guys very much. That's been my time.